Hello, good evening, and welcome to On the Bench. And what is on the bench today? Well, it is a Telecaster shaped device. This was originally a guitar called a Stadium. A Stadium is not an expensive guitar, but it's a real solid wood guitar in the shape of a Telecaster. You can see this one loads here from the top. Usually a Telecaster goes down into the body and then comes out through ferrules here, but this is all just a solid piece of wood, and a really, really nice piece of wood, and a real beefy neck. Really chunky. And I like that, big frets. And so it was a good guitar for a platform build, which is, as you know, what I do. And I took out the pickups and I put them in this guitar. And this guitar is called a Johnny Reb. It's the weirdest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. It's a hollow body Telecaster, but the back is like a Ovation. It's plastic. It's plastic. The ferrules. And it's got a wood top, what would appear to be a wood top, and it's really cool. So I took the pickups out of here and put them in here because what was in here was terrible. And then I put these in. So why did we do that? Well, we did that because that's what I do. And I routed out this body. This initially would have looked something more like that. And I routed that all out and put this P90 in here, which is an overwound single coil pickup. And then I put a humbucker in here because I'm a rock guitar player and I like a big rock sound. And that's what I wanted. And then I replaced all the wiring and everything in here and put brass saddles in. So you can see right here, they're brass, and I think that brightened it up a lot. And then the other thing we did on here was we put locking tuners on here, and that is a tremendous thing to do for any electric guitar. You need to have locking tuners on everything. Outside of hurting a vintage guitar, really all guitars that are going to be played and gigged and relied upon should have locking tuners. So what are we going to do? First thing we're going to do is we're going to put on my new Bugwear glasses that I just picked up. And I'm going to reach out to these guys and see if they'll sponsor me, but it's called Yokto Sun. And these things are awesome. You put these things on and man, you can see everything. It's crazy. It's got the light on it. You look like a complete tool when you do that, but it's really, really cool. So what are we going to do? On the bench today, we're going to take that pickup out and we're going to put this pickup in. Why, you might ask? Well, we're going to put this pickup in because this was made for me by my friend Cal Hatch. And this is called the Hatch BPS 001. BP is me. And I asked him to wind the living shit out of this pickup to make it as high output as we possibly could. And he did it. And then what he does, which is really cool, is that he puts this sort of wax twine around it, and that's sort of the potting that you would have. You know, typically you'll see a pickup is dipped in paraffin, but Cal does that in a twine, and I think I'm going to ask him to do some funky things for me, maybe with like some hemp. But anyway, these are Alnico magnets, and I had him raise them up quite a bit, just so they were up nice and high. Why, I do not know. I just wanted this pickup to be different, so I asked for things that were different. Of course, everybody was said, "Ooh, why are it is vintage, 57, blah, blah, blah." And you know what? I don't want that. I wanted something weird and different. And I think this is going to be weird and different. at the very least. So we're gonna put this in here, and it's gonna go fast. So here we go. Okay, so here we are. We got it apart, at least to this point. Let's keep on going. I'm going to disconnect this pickup, desolder this business, and then we are going to keep on going. What we're going to do is that this guy is going to go in here like that. And I think that's going to look really, really cool. So, and then of course what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this all out here. Well, I'm not going to take it out, but I'm going to do it better. It's grounded, so you know, it has continuity to it, but it's not pretty enough for me. And I'm going to clean up some of this wiring too. So, okay, so there she is. She's in there, looking pretty good. I don't know if I'm going to be able to really appreciate the twine wax wraps once that's in here, because I think I'm going to have this pickup sit pretty low because the poles are up so high. It does look cool though. I really wish that there was a way to highlight that feature, because it is very cool. We'll see when we get it in here exactly how high it can go. Looks like in there. Not gonna be too bad. I think it's gonna look badass. Looks actually more like a, you know, it's more like a traditional Telecaster now. Certainly this was modification, and this looks pretty good, you know, as far as what a normal Telecaster would look like. And yeah, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be really good. Okay, so I'm going to put this all back together now. I'm going to solder this together. For those of you playing along at home, this wire is going to go here, and then this is the ground wire. This is going to attach to that pot right here. But anyway, I'll get all that thing done. I'm going to get this all nice and clean and metallic, and get the grounding all perfect. Pop this thing back on. It's going to look something like this when it's all done. Get in there like that, and then we're going to twang it really, really loud. Tune in for the second half. In the meantime, cheers. That's a whiskey sour. Really, really good. And always remember, if you need to touch something, if you're compelled to put your hands on something, make it a guitar.